Get to the first management on the show. Vishal Thakkar, Deputy CFO of Anupam Rasayan, is joining in now. Vishal, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining in. The overall chemicals industry has a 20% exposure to the US as a market. How is it for Anupam Rasayan in terms of numbers, and how does it change things for you? You also made a major acquisition in the US recently. If you can explain how things change now from 50% to 18% now.
So, Sonal, first, thank you for getting us on your channel. And yes, I think it's a fantastic time for India and chemical manufacturing industry, and especially for somebody like us. If you look at it, India exports over 20% to US and another 70% to Europe. So overall, 40% of India's exports is having a favorable outcome over the last 1 week. Even if you look at from a budget point of view, we have had a very good budget from setting up domestic infrastructure for manufacturing, including 3 chemical parks. So that really helps out. And if I speak specifically for Anupam, yes, this acquisition could not have been better timed. I would just say that it's a fantastic opportunity for us to offer a broader basket of portfolio of products across various end markets, be it polymers, pharma, agro. In pharma, KSM especially, where US is having a very high focus, semiconductors. Also in terms of the larger valuation that we will be able to offer to our customers, I think this is one of the very buoyant and very interesting 1 week that we have seen across Europe deal, budget, or the US now announcement from the US government. So I think we could not have expected anything better than this.
Vishal, give us particular numbers. You said the overall industry, these are the exports, 20% to US, 17% to European Union. How much it is specifically to Anupam Rasayan? And on the acquisition side as well, you say that you will get better markets, but having a facility there already wouldn't have impacted you anyway, right? 15% tariffs or 18% tariffs. Or it did get impacted because you would have to get some products from India for production. I'm just trying to understand how is it different for you now?
So now, if you look at any of these kind of industries that we are, we're an industry where anybody is looking at a supply chain solution. They are looking at a relationship of over a decade and otherwise, and they look at larger trends, larger connections that you have. So yes, the manufacturing from Jayhawk would not have mattered in terms of the tariffs. But if you look at a combination, when I go to a customer and say I can offer you a supply chain over India and US, your ability to attract that business anyways is higher, and then with this kind of an event really helps us even further to offer that. So that's what I'm trying to say. Even if you look at from a
just quick clarification we'd like from your end. What we want to understand is before today, what was the total tariff that was applicable for you? And before both of the deals, what was the tariff you're paying to EU? What was the tariff you're paying to US? Post this deal, we understand it will drop down to 18%. So we want to understand whether there is a material difference.
Okay, so let's talk about Europe. Europe was anything between 6 to 13% that we used to pay. My customers used to pay effectively, and today it will be 0. From the US point of view, there were few products which were exempted, but there were few where we were paying a higher duty, and that will now come to 18% as we understand. Yes,
so how much
are yet to be seen, but a priori understanding that we have from the announcements is this range. So yes, there will be a delta for us as Anupam. There will be a better one thing that we have to also understand, the people like us who are into CSM, CDMO play, the contracts that we get is over 5, 7, 10 years relation period. Now there, the visibility of the tariffs, visibility of the supply chain is far more important along with the rates. So to that extent, it will matter to us. It will matter significantly to us.
Okay, all right. We take that point. Vishal, thank you so much for joining in today. Market's in a different mood, so we have to address that as well. But a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you for explaining the impact of both the EU FTA and the US trade deal as well. We'll slip into a short break. When we come back, we'll connect with the management of Intellect Design Arena to decode their Q3 numbers. Stay tuned for that.